yoga sculpt class. My name is Megan and I'll be leading you through this class for the next, should be about an hour. You don't need any equipment for this, but it is recommended to have a 1 to 5 pound weight. If you don't have anything that small, you can use a couple cans of beans. There will be options for places where you can put bands. I'll just let you know when that is. Again, they're just optional. So we're going to get started in a seated position, any position that's comfortable for you. Just closing your eyes, softening your gaze, and just allowing your mind to come to peace and stillness for a few moments. Letting go of any controlled rhythm of breath. Letting go of any outside distractions, worries, or to-do lists. Just focusing on yourself for the next little while as we're here working out together. Trying to bring some normalcy back to our lives in this current moment. Remembering at any time throughout this workout, you can feel free to modify a pose, push back to child's pose, grab a sip of water, and just join again when you feel ready. On our next inhale, we're going to bring our arms up above our head, and then as we exhale, twisting over to the right. Left hand can come to the outside of right knee, right hand can come to the mat behind you, gently pushing to keep the spine elongated. Gaze can look back behind you, just pausing here. Two more breaths. Your next inhale, hands come back up above your head, gaze comes back to center, and then as you exhale, twisting to the other side. Maybe right hand comes to the outside of left knee, left hand touches the floor behind you, gently pressing to keep the spine elongated. Again, pausing here. Breath. And then as you inhale, coming back through center. Shifting yourself up and over. Coming into child's pose, taking your knees about mat width apart, toes touching one another, just letting your hips fall towards your heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Pausing here for a few breaths. Maybe setting an intention for your workout today. One more inhale. And then exhale, gently lifting yourself up, coming into a tabletop position. So hands are planted firmly on the mat, somewhere underneath your shoulders. Knees are somewhere under hips. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Just have your weights or cans ready beside you. Inhale, allowing the belly to fall, gaze to rise, coming into an arched spine. And then as you exhale, rounding through the spine, drawing belly to spine, gaze inwards. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale to cat. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Coming back to a neutral position. Gaze is going to stay downwards. We want to remember that our neck is an extension of our spine. So we want to have one long line down our back side body. Again, hands are planted firmly on the mat, fingers spread wide. Inhale, right leg will reach back behind us. Foot is flexed, so toes are pointed downwards to make sure that our hips are remaining neutral here. Option to stay here, or we'll take that weight into our left hand, reaching forward, coming into a spinal balance. Pausing here for 2 breaths. On your next inhale, point the toe, lengthen out. As you exhale, drawing that knee in towards your elbow, curling inwards. 10 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, breathing out, 8, 9, and 10. Dropping your weight back down in front of you. Left hand comes planted in front of your face. Left toes are going to spin towards the side. Right hand is going to reach up towards the sky or the ceiling. Right leg is long out beside you. Foot is flexed forward, so as if you were standing on something. Pausing here. Again, option to have a weight in your hand. From here, we're going to lower and lift the top hand for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, back foot stays flexed, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand can stay up, or you can lower the weight. Left leg is going to lift and lower for 10. Go 1, foot stays flexed, 2, 3, glute is squeezed, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to turn the foot out so toes are pointing kind of up on an angle. Point the foot, lift and lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot rests down, picking up our weight again if we have it. Hand reaches up, so we're going to have a nice long length down that side of our right body. Crunching elbow to knee for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes back down towards the mat, knee comes back down. Tabletop position. Pausing here, and then inhale again, allowing the belly to fall, gaze to rise. Exhale, rounding at the spine. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to that neutral position, coming into the opposite side. Left leg reaches long out behind us. Foot is flexed, toes are pointing down, hips are neutral. Option to stay with both hands on the mat. Maybe we grab that weight, right hand lifts forward in front of us. Pausing here for 2 breaths, gaze stays downward. And then inhale, point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee into elbow. 10 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dropping your weight in front of you, right hand plants down, right toes are going to spin towards the right side, left hand lifts up towards the sky, towards the ceiling, left foot is flexed, toes are pointing sideways as if you were standing. From here, again, option to grab that weight, lift and lower for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Weight can stay in the hand or you can lower. Left leg lift and lower for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turning those toes out, pointing them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Foot comes down, maybe grabbing that weight again. Right hand lifts up in front of you, elongating the left side of your body before bringing knee in towards elbow for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Placing your weight back down, hand and knee come back down, shifting your hips for heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Pausing here with your forehead connected to the earth. Pausing for at least 3 breaths, catching your breath here. Slowing the heart rate. And then coming forward into a tabletop, tucking your toes, shifting your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pausing here in your down dog. Hands are planted firmly on the earth. Index finger and thumb grounding down into the mat. Biceps spinning forward towards the front mirror. Slight micro bend in the knees as the heels reach towards the earth. Belly pull in towards the spine. Gaze draws back towards the shins. Holding here for 2 breaths. Maybe actively pushing into the arms, making this more of an active posture or asana. And then inhale, gaze shifts forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping back to plank position. Wrists and palms are somewhere under shoulders. High on the balls of the back toes. Tailbone is slightly tucked. Gaze is down towards the hands. From here, right leg is going to lift and lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shifting forward, lowering through chaturanga all the way to the mat. Hands to frame lower rib cage. Toes untucked, tops of feet planted firmly on the mat. Inhale, pressing through the palms, cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, toes tuck, shifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Realign, readjust as needed. Then inhale, gaze shifts forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards, Urdhva Hastasana. Maybe mini back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms again, stepping back to that high plank position. Pausing here, making sure that you're in alignment. Gaze is downwards. And then left leg lifts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shifting forward, again lowering through chaturanga all the way to the mat, toes untucked. Palms frame lower rib cage, elbows drawing in towards one another. Inhale, cobra. Big breath in, exhale, release. 2 more times, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Again, tucking the toes, pressing through the palms, shifting the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Pausing here, catching your breath. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards, maybe mini back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping back to plank position. This time dropping to the knees, coming back to that tabletop position. Coming into a fire hydrant here. Inhale, leg will come out towards the side, knees staying in line. Hips are neutral, so just the leg is lifting. Kicking the right leg out, back in, and down. That's 1, we'll do 10. Option to have your band on here if you like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Core is pulled inwards. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Coming directly into the other side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Sinking your hips for your heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Pausing here for at least 3 breaths. Maybe grabbing a sip of water now, toweling off, whatever you need. And then settling back into stillness. From here, coming back up through tabletop, tucking your toes, lifting your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Foot can be flexed or toes pointed. We're gonna pulse for 50 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring a knee in towards chest, puff up the back, stepping the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Maybe the left leg needs to inch back a little bit. Right knee is in line with right ankle. You're high on the balls of the back toes. Pausing here. And then using the power of your legs to lift yourself up, high crescent lunge. From here, maybe grabbing your weight. We're gonna run the left foot in, so option to reach and pull at the same time. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lowering your weights back down to the ground. Both hands come back down towards the earth. Left hand stays planted. Right hand reaches up towards the sky, coming into a revolved runner's lunge. Using this time to catch your breath. Pausing here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bringing the right hand back down towards the mat. Right foot steps back to meet left push-up position. Coming down to your knees or staying up in high plank position. Coming into 10 push-ups.
For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lowering all the way down to the mat this time. Hands can come out in front of you, maybe with those weights. We're gonna come into 10 Superman lifts. For 1, chest lifts up, feet stay down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, pressing through the palms, shifting the hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat. Pausing here, catching your breath, maybe grabbing a sip of water if needed, toweling off. And then when you feel ready, coming back into downward facing dog. This time left leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed. Sorry, toes are pointed, foot is not flexed. Coming into those pulses for 1. Actively reaching through both sides of the body. 2. 3. 4. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drawing knee into nose, puff up the back. Stepping the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Again, maybe grabbing your weights here before coming up into high crescent lunge, coming into those run-ins on the other side. For 1, 2, last 10, 4, 3, 2, 1. Placing your weights down, palms come down towards the earth. Right hand stays planted, left hand lifts up towards the sky or ceiling. Pausing here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, left hand comes back down towards the earth. Left foot steps back to meet right. 10 more push-ups. Option to drop to your knees for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lowering all the way back down. Just setting your weights out to the side. Head stays down this time. Feet are kicking for 30. In 3, 2, 1. Halfway. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pressing through the palms, shifting hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat. Again, coming into that child's pose. It's a time to catch your breath, to grab a sip of water, or towel off if needed. Gently lifting yourself up. Coming forward and coming back into that downward dog. So tucking your toes, pressing through the palms, lifting the hips up and back. Realign, readjust as needed. Inhale, right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Exhale, knee to nose, puff up the back, stepping the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Again, checking in here, making sure that your knee is in line with your ankle. You're high on the balls of the back toes. Before grabbing your weights, powering yourself up to that high crescent lunge. So again, the weights are optional. The knee should still be in line with the front ankle. You can maybe sink a little bit deeper into that lunge. From here, we're gonna take our weights at heart center. I'm just gonna shift back because I don't have a lot of space. As we tip forward, we're gonna come into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Maybe your hands are out in front of you. Maybe they stay at heart center. From here, we're gonna lift and lower the back leg. Tiny little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're gonna lift and lower, touching the ground as we do so for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This time foot stays lifted, right knee bends coming into a plie for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't matter how high your back leg is. 7. Oh, sorry, there was only 5. Lowering that back foot, coming back into your high crescent lunge. Lowering your weights down, pausing in runner's lunge. Stepping the right foot back to meet the left. Shifting forward, lowering through chaturanga all the way to the mat. Knees are going to come wide here, maybe about mat distance apart. Feet in towards each other. Coming into frog lifts, so activating the glutes. Head stays down for this one. For 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet come back down, again pressing through the palms, hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat. Pausing in that child's pose. I know I need to catch my breath before coming on to the other side. Deep belly breathing. And then tucking your toes, pressing through the palms, lifting your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Realign, readjust as needed. And then left leg lifts up this time. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. I'm sorry, I don't have the room. Inhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back, stepping the foot between the hands. Again, checking in that that front knee is in line with the ankle, high on the balls of the back toes. Before grabbing your weights or cans, lifting yourself up, high crescent lunge. Readjust here if you need, before shifting forward into that warrior 3. Again, we're pulsing the back leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift and lower all the way to the mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leg stays lifted, plie in the left knee for 1, 2. It's okay to lose your balance. 3, 4, 5. Stepping that right foot back towards the ground, high crescent lunge, pausing here. And then lowering your weights down towards the mat, runner's lunge. Left foot steps back to meet right plank position. Shifting forward, lowering through chaturanga all the way down towards the mat. Coming into those frog lifts again, 10 more. So knees are mat distance apart, toes are touching. Head is down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. letting the feet drop back down towards the mat, shifting hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Maybe sitting up here, keeping the head above the heart, grabbing a sip of water if you need, toweling off, or just taking a few deep breaths. And then coming back into that tabletop position. Again, tucking the toes, shifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. From here, right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Inhale, point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back, pause here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And then as you exhale, stepping the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Dropping the left foot down on an angle that is comfortable for you. Heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Windmilling the hands up and around. Coming into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose. Making sure that the knee is in line with the front ankle. You should be able to see the big toe on the inside of that front knee. Arms are parallel towards the mat. Gaze is over the front middle finger. Pausing here. Maybe sinking a little bit deeper into that front lunge. And again, just making sure your weights are handy if you have some. From here, flipping the right palm up towards the ceiling or sky. Lifting it up, coming into Exalted Warrior. Exhale, right forearm to right thigh, left hand sweeps up and over. Extended side angle. Pausing here. Inhale, straightening into that front knee this time. Lifting the hand up towards the ceiling. And then this time, hinging the hips towards the back. Right hand reaches forward as left hip reaches back. Before you hinge over, coming into that Trikonasana triangle pose. This is a time where you might want to grab your weights. Pausing here, maybe weights in both hands, maybe just in the top hand. From here, you're going to lift and lower, making sure that you're lifting from the core and not crunching into your back. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bending back into that front knee, bringing yourself back up to Warrior 2. I'm going to turn and face the camera. You're going to turn both feet in towards the front and then out slightly, coming into a goddess squat. Weights are out to either side or hands are in cactus. From here, we're going to go side to side, oblique crunches, or option to open up all the way for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, choosing the option that works best for you, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming back up to center, taking your feet parallel. So coming into a regular squat, sides of the feet are parallel with the sides of the long edges of the mat. You're going to lower, hips are reaching towards the back, weight is in the heels, belly was pulled into the spine. Weights reach towards the earth. As you lift, turn the feet outwards, goddess squat. Lower to regular squat, come to external rotation for 10, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Coming back into that warrior position. So right leg is bent, left leg is long, arms are out to either side. Pausing here, and then windmilling the hands down, coming into runner's lunge, setting your weight down to either side, palms plant firmly on the earth. Right foot steps back to meet left, plank position. Optional vinyasa flow here. Option just to push back to downward dog. So if choosing to take that flow, shifting forward, lowering halfway or all the way, coming into your cobra or up dog, and then shifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pausing here, catching your breath. On your next inhale, left leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed down. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back. Pause here, inhale and exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, step the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Stepping the right foot down this time on an angle that is comfortable for you. Heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Option to grab your weights here if you did on the other side, or windmilling your hands up and around, warrior two. Again, maybe sinking a little bit deeper into that front leg, making sure the front knee is in line with the front ankle. You can see the big toe on the inside of that front thigh. Internal thighs spinning up towards the ceiling. Pausing here, arms are parallel, gaze is forward. Inhale, right hand, flip, left hand flips up towards the ceiling. Exalted warrior. Exhale, left hand to left thigh. Right hand sweeps up and over, extended side angle. Inhale, pressing into that left leg. Joan of Arc, left hand reaches upwards. As you exhale, right hip reaches towards the back as left hand reaches forward before spinning over, coming into that triangle pose. Again, maybe you have your weights here, maybe you don't. If you do, lifting and lowering. We're 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming back up, warrior two. Coming into those goddess squat again. So shifting your left foot this time so that it points forward, and then having both feet turn out slightly. Bending into those knees. Body is straight up and down, so we're not bent forward. Again, arms can be out or into cactus. Coming into those oblique crunches, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, choosing the modification that works for you, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straightening out your feet, coming into a regular squat position, and then into that external rotation for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, chest stays forward, 8, 9, 10. Coming back into warrior two on this side, and then windmilling your hands back and around, runner's lunge. Stepping left foot back to meet right, optional vinyasa flow, option to bend at the knees, bring hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Again, pausing here, taking the time to catch your breath. When you're ready, coming back into tabletop position. Again, if you have a band, now would be the time to use it. From here, again, hands are under your shoulders somewhere, knees under hips, palms are planted firmly on the earth. Taking the right leg, reaching it long out behind you, foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards, and then bending at the knee. Sole of foot should be up towards the ceiling or towards the sky. Trying to keep the knee in line with the hip if you can, but don't overextend and arch the back just to do so. From here, we're going to come into some paw prints for 20. last 10, 9, foot stays flexed, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping the knee lifted, we're going to straighten and bend at the knee for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Foot stays extended, this time toe points, pulsing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keeping that foot lifted, left toes are tucked, pressing through the palms, lifting the hips up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to nose, puff up the back, stepping the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Left hand stays planted. Right hand lifts up towards the ceiling, revolved runner's lunge. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you heel toe that right foot out in front of you, coming onto the razor edge of the left foot. Maybe you come all the way in to Vashisthasana side plank. Pausing here for 2 breaths wherever you are. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bringing right palm back down towards the mat, high plank position. Exhale, lowering through Chaturanga all the way down towards the earth. Bringing your left cheek to mat, toes touching, heels splayed outwards. Maybe your hands come long down beside you. I love my earth. Pausing here, slowing the heart rate. Maybe coming to open mouth breathing if needed. On your next inhale, gaze draws back to center, palms to frame lower rib cage, toes tuck, shifting your hips up, coming back into that tabletop position. This time we're working the left leg. So inhale, reaching that leg long out behind us, foot is flexed, toes are pointed down, then bending at that knee, sole of foot reaches up towards the ceiling. Lifting and lowering for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee stays lifted, straightening and bending into that left knee, going 1, hamstring curls, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leg stays out, pointing that toe, pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10. Sorry, there's only 10. Whoopsie. Keeping that leg lifted, tucking the right toes, pressing through the palms, shifting the hips up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale, point the toe, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back, stepping the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Again, pausing here. Right hand plants firmly on the earth, left hand reaches up towards the sky or ceiling. Option to pause into that runner's lunge. Option to heel toe the left foot out in front of you, coming onto the razor edge of the right foot. Maybe you stay here, maybe left foot comes around, Vashisthasana side plank. Pausing here, 2 breaths. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, drawing the hand back down towards the earth, high plank position. Coming knees towards the earth, shifting hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Again, pausing here for 3 full breaths at least. Taking the time to slow the heart rate. Ooh. Coming forward, we're supposed to come into I love my earth. Right cheek to mat this time. Toes untucked, hands come long down towards your side, pausing here. And then on your next inhale, bringing your head back towards the center, palms to frame lower rib cage. Gently lifting yourself back up through tabletop, through child's pose, or maybe coming up onto your knees. One last little bit. So grabbing your weights, turning around onto your bum. Option to have no weights here. We're gonna come into a Pilates 100. So leaning back so that the top part of your back comes down towards the earth. Shoulders stay lifted. Option to have bent knees. Option to have straight legs. We're here for 1. 20. Core stays drawn in towards the spine. Lower back planted on the earth. 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. 80. 90. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending into the knees, drawing them in towards your chest. Pausing here. And then rocking yourself back up towards your bum. From here, we're going to take your weights, Russian twist. But as we twist towards the side, we're going to straighten out one leg and the next. For 40. In 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Keeping that belly button pulled inwards. Halfway. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Setting those weights down to either side. Coming on to your back. Bringing your knees in towards your chest, hands on your shins, taking 3 deep cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through an open mouth. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bringing your arms down into cactus 90 degrees, palms facing up. Inhale, draw knees in towards your chest. Exhale, allowing them to fall over to the left. Gaze to the right, spinal twist. Pausing here. Breathing into that right side body. Inhale, draw knees back through center, and then exhale, allowing them to fall over to the other side. Gaze draws to the left. Again, pausing here, breathing into that left side body. through center. And then rocking yourself up, coming to your tallest seat, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe placing your hands on your knees, palms facing up for more energy, down to feel more grounded, or balanced at heart center in Anjali Mudra. Wherever you are, just bowing the head, closing the eyes, or softening the gaze. Thank you for joining me today. I know it wasn't perfect, but it was me, and it's just to help us through these times where we can't be together physically. Yeah, thank you.